Hey guys, Portia here. Today I am going to be creating an Apple gift set, as I like to call it. So we are going to sublimate an image on this iPhone case as well as this watch band. We will create our design in Cricut Design Space. We will use the print then cut feature to get everything cut out nice and neat and to the right size. And then we'll go ahead and sublimate our design on our blanks. So let's jump right in. Let's start by uploading our templates. And I got my Apple Watch template as well as the iPhone 12 Pro Max template from inosub.com. And let's go ahead and shrink this so we can see what we're working with. And separate these out. So I'm going to go ahead and work with our case template first, and we have to size this. So I did a Google search on the size of the phone itself, which is how I got the width and the height that we are going to be using today. So my width is 3.07 and my height is 6.33, and we're going to go ahead and lock that in. Now the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and go to operation up here. We're going to do standard print then cut, and we are going to insert a pattern into this black space here. And in order to do that, we're going to change the print type from color to pattern. Now my daughter is into what she told me and explained to me is a neutral aesthetic, and I just said okay, because this actual case and this gift set is going to be for her. So we are going to insert something that she likes. So she likes these neutral tones, which is the complete opposite of her mama. I love color, bling, and glitter. They are all my favorites. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pretty much play with the pattern here. We're going to edit it because I don't like the way this line cuts off right here. I wanted to kind of fill the space out a little bit more. So what we're going to do is go ahead and adjust this and just make it a little bit bigger. Kind of fill out. And so with this, you can play with it until it looks the way you want it to, no matter what type of pattern you have in here. You just adjust it until it looks how you want it to. And as far as I'm concerned, I think this looks pretty good. So we are done with that. Now the next thing I want to add into this particular case or case front is some text, and we are just going to add my daughter's name here. I'm going to take that off. So I want to use a font called Sweet Moment. I believe that's the name of it. It is one that I picked up from defont.com. And the reason why I like it is because it has embellishments. So you notice I took the E off of Arial because what we're going to do is go into our character map. And we are going to find that font, and I was using it a while ago. And with this, you can add additional characters to it with a little bit of flair. And today I want to use the E. So I'm going to replace the regular E in this font with the flourished E, so to speak. Minimize this and go back here and paste that right in there. And so now we have our Arial. And we are going to bring our letters a bit closer together. And I think this would look better if I used a lowercase a as opposed to the bigger A. So I am going to adjust that. And I want to bring the letters a bit closer together. That looks pretty good to me. And we are going to turn this. We are going to just drop that right in here. So it's very, very simple, a very simple look, but it is pretty. Even though it's not the bright, bold colors that I like, I still think it's cute. So we are going to select both of these, and because we're using the print then cut feature, we are going to flatten, which tells our Cricut to go ahead and make sure that we keep these two items together. Now let's go ahead and work on our watch band. So we're going to do the long side first. We're going to adjust the size, and the width is going to be 0.875, and the height is going to be 4.75. And I did leave a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that it spread all the way out from top to bottom, left to right. And we're going to adjust the size on the short side of the band, and that is going to be 0.875 by 2.75. Keep it really simple. And we are going to go ahead and insert our pattern again. So go up here to operations, print then cut, standard. Click on the color here, print type is going to be pattern. We're going to select that pattern again. And the pattern came in on the watch 3 times, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and edit it. And this time, because of the little slither we're working with, I'm going to rotate it. So I did play with this a little bit, and I am going to rotate it 100. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and play with the scale, because this is going to give me a little bit more dimension and texture in the pattern, as opposed to like the 3 solid blocks. I definitely don't want that. I think I might rotate it a little bit more. See how that looks. All right, I like that. And we are good to go with that one. So let's go over to the short side of the band, and we're going to go once again back to operations, the print then cut, standard. Click on the color, change that to pattern, select our pattern one more time. And over here, the pattern came in like a pattern and a half, I suppose. But we're going to go ahead and edit that one more time. And with this one, I am going to play with the vertical. Change that to, I think it's like 250. And I'm going to scale it. Now, as you play with patterns, you know, this is pretty much user preference. You just get it and scale it or rotate it to your liking. So just sit down and take your time and play with the pattern. And I think this looks pretty good. So all I was really trying to do is just get the pattern to fit, but not have any straight like lines in there. So these two look really good to me. And one thing I did do on my regular Canon printer, not my Epson printer, which is my Sublimation printer, I did a test print. I printed these out in black and white, and I just made sure that they spread enough to fit the watch band as well as the case. So I do not want to waste any of my materials. So this looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and make it. Now I don't have to mirror because my Epson is already set up to mirror. Like I said, it is my Sublimation printer. So from here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and print everything out. I'll get it cut out, and then when we return, we'll prepare our blanks for sublimation. So my pieces are cut out. The tones came out more mauve than browns and beiges. My daughter is fine with this. This is actually the first time this has happened to me, and I have done a lot of sublimation prints and different things like that, and the colors always match. So I do know with sublimation, when it comes out, it may look a little muted and darker, but I wasn't expecting the tone of the colors to look different, because like I said, this is certainly more mild. But we are going to roll with it, and I'll figure out, you know, later, do a little troubleshooting and figure out what's going on with the print right now. But yeah, so we have our straps, we have the case, and we are going to go ahead and get everything taped down to the blanks. Now this comes with a little clear sheet on it. We need to remove that. All right. And this, I pretty much just want it to float. Kind of like in the middle of it. You see I cut it a little bit wider than the actual piece itself. I'd rather have more room than not enough. And the only thing I want to make sure is straight is the side edge, because we have our name there. Alright, so that is secure. It's not gonna move. That works for me. Alright, let's work on our bands. Alright, so we have our plate all ready, and we are going to go ahead and press at about 365 for 60 seconds, and we're going to let that cool. Set this aside. And the bands are a different thickness, which is why I didn't want to do them at the same time, but we are also going to do them at about 365 for 60 seconds. So we're going to let our pieces cool, and we will come back and unwrap together. Our pieces have cooled down, and it is time to see what we got. Okay, y'all. I was expecting this to be the purplish mauve tones. I was not expecting it to be the true color. I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. Oh my God. I am like totally shocked. I did not think that this would come out in these neutral tones. Okay, now I really want to see this. I'm gonna rip it. This is so cute. Wow, I thought that this was going to be purple. This is not purple at all. So a little bit of transfer from our Asa paper did come off on our heart there, but I'm just going to use a little bit of warm water to get it off. But this looks gorgeous, and it's exactly what my daughter was looking for. So when I thought it was purple, I let her know, but now I can surprise her with the color she actually wanted. So yeah, guys, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put together our watch. So we have all of these parts here, and I am going to remove this part, and we're going to stick our face plate down on here. I'm glad I chose to go with the black here because it matches this pretty well. I started to make this white, but I think the black just matches way better. So yeah, we are going to model what we just created with the actual phone itself and the Apple Watch. So here is our iPhone and Apple Watch all outfitted with the brand new case and watch band. So tell me, what do you guys think? My daughter was very pleased with the results. But yeah, this is all I have for you today. If you got any questions, concerns, emotional outbursts, let me know. If you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to Color Me Portia. But until next time, peace.